At the edge of the sea, the first light touches the mangroves' grell, a realm where land and ocean breathe as one. With the tide withdraw, the forest reveals its veins, channels of life carved by water and time.
From the branches comes the day's first chorus, a song of renewal echoing across salt and soil.
Each root breathes for the forest, drawing air where others would drown, sustaining life between two worlds.
Here, roots reach both down and up, drinking air through mud, defying the limits of the sea.
The tide returns like a heartbeat, pulsing through the forest's hidden arteries. Beneath the mud's surface, life stirs, unseen engineers shaping the world, grain by grain.
As the sun climbs higher, the mangrove's keepers emerge, tiny crabs tending to their tidal realm.
Each burrow, a tiny fortress, built, flooded, and rebuilt again with every turning tide. Above and below merge into one turrig, a mirror world shaped by rhythm and reflection.
Between land and sea, the mudskipper reigns, half fish, half pioneer, mastering both worlds with a single breath. Each leap and flick is a declaration for this patch of earth, this breath of air, belongs to me. Across the shimmering flats, the fiddler crabs perform, a chorus of motion and intent under the midday sun.
Tiny architects of survival carve their homes anew, resilient, tireless, and eternal in rhythm.
Where shadows meet the tide, danger hides, patient and unseen, waiting for a misstep. The mangrove's predator moves without ripple afloat, a whisper beneath the tide's breath. A flash, a ripple, balance restored as hunter and hunted play their ancient part.
Above the waterline, another hunter waits vain, silent, deliberate, sculpted by patience.
Tide. In this endless cycle, survival is both grace and precision. Hokutat.
At midday, the mangrove gleams cream, a mirror of sky and sea, alive with quiet resilience. Above the tidal chaos, life thrives in the canopy, agile hands and curious eyes keeping watch over the world below. In a world of shifting tides, unity is survival, family, their only constant. The young learn by play, testing strength, balance, and the boundaries of fear. Patience defines the hunter. Stillness, masking precision honed through generations. A single motion shatters the calm, the timeless dance between hunter and the hunted. As the tide returns, the forest transforms earth. Stillness replaced by motion, silence by song.
Every tide brings a test climb, to rise, to cling, to breathe between the shifting worlds.
Beneath the surface, the mangrove's roots become safe harbors Tav, a nursery of life sheltered from the sea's vastness. Here, abundance thrives in miniature. Every grain of sand, every ripple, a cradle of sustenance. As the tide rises, the forest breathes anew, water and life entwined in eternal rhythm.
When the day matures, calm settles like silk mount, the forest at peace between breaths of the tide.
Grace takes to the air, flower, wings tracing light across the stillness of the afternoon sea. As day begins to wane, the builders return the fractured, mending, reshaping, and securing what the tide has undone. In the golden hour, the forest climbs skyward, its dwellers retreating above the tide's reach. As light wanes, wings trace farewell arcs, the forest bidding goodnight to the sun.
Day's last fire dances on the roots, light and life sharing their brief farewell.
When night descends, the mangrove exhales, mist rising like memory over the sleeping sea. The silence of day gives way to 1,000 whispers, life unseen, yet ever present in the dark. Even beneath the moon, the tides breathe ermine. The forest never truly sleeps. Above and below, the cosmos mirrors itself serene. Land, sea, and sky united in quiet eternity.
With the first glow of morning, the cycle begins anew.
With the first glow of morning, the cycle begins anew. The tide turns, and life awaken once more. Here, where land meets the sea, the mangrove endures diffual, a sanctuary of balance, resilience, and renewal.
The sea returns, carrying its strength into the forest, the lifeblood rising once more.
As rivers swell, the mangrove breathes deeply Telere, its arteries pulsing with the rhythm of the moon.
With the tide's return, life follows, fish reclaiming pathways carved by time and tide. Even the smallest travelers move with the sea, leaves carried to new beginnings with each tide.
Beneath the mirrored calm lies a world unseen, where roots become forests and shadows shelter.
Water, air, and wood move as one, each motion guided by forces older than memory. At the fringe of the tide, a shadow stirs Mang. Ancient and patient, the crocodile claims its path.
Unseen yet ever present, the master of stillness glides through its liquid kingdom.
Above the still water, the watcher waits hand, poised between patience and precision.
In a heartbeat, patience meets purpose.
As quickly as it came, motion fades, observe. The forest returns to its quiet pulse. Beyond the forest's edge lies its heartbeat bellowed, the ocean, source and end of all that flows.
Here, land and sea surrender to one another, retroin, the eternal handshake of Earth's two halves. The day bows in fire and gold, the forest bathed in the final warmth of light. Across the painted sky, travelers return home, each wingbeat a verse in nature's hymn of dusk. Even the roots burn with light, silent witnesses to the passing sun.
As night draws near, the mangrove exhales its warmth, mist rising like memory between worlds.
When darkness falls, the mangrove sings anew, an unseen orchestra guided by moon and tide.
Eyes sharp as silence, the barn owl reigns in the hours of silver, unseen yet eternal.
Even in darkness, light endures, drifting sparks of life marking the sea's quiet breath.
Above and below, infinity mirrors itself tall, sky and sea bound by silence.
Night yields to color, the first promise of dawn brushing the sleeping sea.
With the new light, the forest breathes again, every call a
As the tide withdraws once more, life resets conch, the endless pulse of a living world reborn each day.
In every breath, balance returns, the harmony of land and sea, endlessly reborn.
Here, where land meets the sea, life endures as orb, an eternal rhythm.